Morning everybody, welcome to Wake Up Well. It's the 23rd and so we are looking at Proverbs chapter 23. If you joined us on our last Sunday service, Marjorie encouraged us to lean into some things at this time and to lean away from some things as well, just to keep our spiritual health good. And so I'm actually going to talk about a few verses from Proverbs 29 about alcohol and the dangers of that. And not to overdo it, or we will live to regret it. So here we go. Let's have a look at Proverbs 23 verse 29. And I guess there's something not to underestimate about the power of a healthy body and a healthy mind. Our family have been exercising out on the decking outside our back door. We've been doing Keep Fit classes because we know that we want to keep our bodies healthy in order to keep our minds healthy at this time. This is what it says here. It says this: who has anguish? Who has sorrow? Who is always fighting? Who is always complaining? Who has unnecessary bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns, trying out new drinks. Don't gaze at the wine, seeing how red it is, how it sparkles in the cup, how smoothly it goes down. For in the end it bites like a poisonous snake, it stings like a viper. For you will see hallucinations and you will say crazy things. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast. And you will say, they hit me but I didn't feel it. I didn't even know it, but they beat me up. When can I wake up so that I can look for another drink? Okay, so I appreciate that that's a very extreme version of the dangers of alcohol and what it does to a person. And, you know, at this time, particularly in lockdown, we're not going out to the pubs and drinking, but there are things around the house, and there are always temptations, aren't there, around the house that we can engage in. It might be alcohol for you and for me. Most of us will have alcohol in the house. It might be other things like what's on the internet or what's available there. What we're accessing with the TV that we're streaming. It might be online shopping for some other people, different ways of seeking comfort. It might be comfort eating, you know, those chocolates late at night and so on. You will know your particular weaknesses in this area as I do. And there's nothing wrong with seeking comfort, is there? We need to be comforted. There's nothing wrong with being entertained. But as the Bible tells us in other places, I guess it's a case of everything in moderation. And really what this proverb is about is to do with self-control. It takes self-control to make these decisions, doesn't it? And we need to be making those decisions ahead of time. When we find ourselves in that situation, whether, you know, maybe you're hungry or you're angry or you're lonely or you're just tired and worn out, it's usually too late at that point to be able to make a wise, self-controlled decision. And so we need to decide in our heads ahead of time, I'm not going to go there. You know, I'm going to have strategies, I'm going to have coping mechanisms or accountability mechanisms so that when those things come, I don't go too far and over moderation with those things. So like Marjorie said the other day, let's choose to lean into the things of God, into prayer and fellowship and accountability and going for God and keeping our heads and a healthy body and a healthy mind. Let's lean away from those things which might be temptations, particular temptations and dangers for us at this time. I bless you today.